So, good evening. My name is Tasha Smutney. I am a double gold consultant and a two-time IATAN card holder. And we're going to start our Travel Ad Tuesdays for this month with talking about, the psychology of actually making those travel ads for social media marketing. Okay. So, how we create them, and the strategic decisions behind our advertising. So, how do we make effective travel ads for social media before we actually get into making some tonight? So, we're going to talk about why the psychology matters in travel ads, the key principles in influencing ad creation, and then some of that decision making process behind advertising strategies. Because so often for Travel Ad Tuesdays, we'll do, okay, here's a whole bunch of ads. And then down the road, we have new agents or newer agents who say, I can copy all your ads and post all of them, but I don't know how to make them myself. So that's why we're kind of doing the first week of the month a little bit more of how do we do it and why do we do what we do. All right. So let's talk first why that psychology matters. First of all, travel is emotional. People associate travel with joy, escape, adventure, connection. Everybody has their own type of emotional connection to what travel means to them. Ads can tap into those emotional desires to create a sense of urgency or aspiration so that people want to reach out to you and or want to react to the ads you make. Okay? So remembering that part of what we're tapping into is the emotions that people have connected to travel ads, right? All right. It's also important and why it matters social proof drives action. So when people see things and proof of what travel is doing, it causes them to act. Seeing others enjoying their vacations triggers fear of missing out, right? Nobody wants FOMO. They don't want to be like, oh, I wish I could do it, right? Testimonials and reviews can reinforce trust and decision making for the people who are seeing our travel ads or the things we're posting. Right. Psychology also has to do with the visual impact. Travel decisions are heavily influenced by the visuals, the colors, the imagery. So we kind of think about when we're making things, what's going to draw people in? We can look things up and research, what colors draw people in. It's important to use high quality photos or videos because that evokes wanderlust and drive engagement. We don't want to be posting, a picture or a video of trying to squeeze your way through the decks on this cruise ship because now people feel like, oh gosh, I've heard that cruise ships are petri dishes and now it looks like it really is, right? When I go on a cruise, I am definitely an early bird compared to the people I travel with. So I wake up, you know, sometimes I'll sit on the balcony, but I also, when it's a new ship to me, I go out in the morning with my phone and I walk the decks and I make YouTube videos of ship walkthroughs. And I know that people like those types of things because that's what I look at before I go on a new ship. It's what I send to clients. If it's not a ship I've been on, I search for good creators who have videos that, hey, look, it doesn't look like this crazy busy ship. I do that early in the morning when, most people are still in their cabins because we don't want to show any of the parts of travel that people might be going, ooh, I don't want to be in that crowd of people. Oh, look at those kids running and screaming in that location. I'm not going there, right? We have to kind of think about that high quality photos and videos and how's that going to make them want that for themselves too. We all know that those parts are parts of travel. Nobody likes dragging their toddlers through the airport, so let's not take a video of that and post it. Let's take a picture you travel with your toddlers. Look how nice they're. Here's my tips for traveling with toddlers. and they're sitting like with their toy or their tablets waiting for the plane to board. Not, here's a picture of my kid having a tantrum, right? Those types of things. Those visual impacts really impact people's brains, right? So let's talk about our goals. There's three main goals of your social media travel ads. The first one is to inspire people, right? Notice I didn't say my first goal is to get people to buy travel from me. My first goal is to inspire people. We can showcase aspirational destinations and experiences, things that people want to go to, right? Use imagery and stories to create that desire for people. What's going to inspire somebody to say, hey, I've been meaning to take this trip. What's been stopping me? And those kinds of things. Our second goal is to educate people. A lot of people don't know a lot about travel, right? Highlight benefits, packages, or niche services. So for me, I'm going to highlight allergy safe travel, tips for Disney, cruising tips, how to make the most of your all inclusive vacation, right? Traveling as a family during school vacation weeks. Because that's when I travel, because I'm also a teacher, right? Those types of things. We're also going to solve common travel problems for our audience. So we want to think about what's something that the people we're targeting might think is an obstacle or something that's going to make travel more difficult for them. So maybe it's, you know, we don't like flying. Tips to, reduce flying anxiety. Or I'm going to make sure that every single part of your trip is planned out for you. So all you have to do is show up, right? What are the common things that your clients might be worried about? And how can we be the solution so that that doesn't stop them from traveling? That's how we can educate, right? Now, that last one is to convert, converting people that see our things into people who contact us using clear calls to action or CTAs to drive bookings, consultations, or signups, maybe for a group booking or converting people to follow your page. Sometimes that's the first step to getting somebody to use your services, getting them to follow you. Okay. Calls to actions are things like contact me today before you miss this deal. If it's not an ad about a trip, maybe a call to action is leave a comment about where you always wanted to travel but never knew how to go there. Depending what you post, depends on what your call to action is. Call to action. Like and follow my Facebook business page. Go to my website and sign up for my email mailing list. Those are all calls to actions that convert people more from being an observer to interacting with your business in some way. Those are big steps towards getting those clients to book with you, even if they're not doing it from that one call to action, right? Some clients you have to play the long game with. They're going to watch you and see what you're doing and see what you do for other people. Some people are going to connect right away, right? Leverage promotions and like the scarcity or the exclusivity of something to encourage people to make immediate action. Hey, you want to contact me now so you don't miss out? Those types of things, right? My goodness, my messenger's going crazy. All right, now let's talk about the process of when we create those travel ads, right? Because it's great for me to make ads with you, but I'm thinking of these things for my business as well. We want to define our target audience. We talk about this with our branding. We talk about this when we talk about marketing. Everyone has different targets. Maybe you're targeting families. Maybe you're targeting couples. Maybe you're targeting solo travelers. I do target people with food allergies, retirees. Maybe you're targeting groups. Whatever your target is, you have to define it and know, who am I making this ad to draw in? Tailor your messaging to their needs and their dreams, right? It does me no good for me to advertise for solo travelers if that's not something I'm doing. If I'm targeting people that want to travel alone and I'm gearing my message towards, hey, travel by yourself, but that's not really what I specialize in, I'm not using my marketing in a meaningful way. Or if I'm not even thinking about that when I make my ads, right? We can choose a theme. Are we focusing on adventure, relaxation, luxury, family fun, something that's holiday specific, right? Align with the audience's values and their current trends. Thinking about, what are people thinking about traveling now? It's now January. People are probably no longer thinking about holiday markets during December because that's a whole year away. You know what people are thinking about right now? I didn't book a spring break vacation. Is it okay to still start planning a summer vacation? Some people might be thinking, should I be already planning next year's Christmas vacation? Right? I will tell you, the majority of the people that have contacted me have been spring break related, right? They want to travel in the next 5 months or so. So, what's currently trending with your audience? What do they need to book if they're booking? All right. Next, we already talked that visuals are a good trigger for the psychology. The next part of our process, select engaging visuals. High quality photos of destinations. Make sure you're showing happy travelers if you're putting people in your pictures. Not somebody pouting in the corner and not wanting to do the activity. Showing the activities that are in those destinations. Using either warm tones or vibrant colors to evoke that positivity and excitement about the travel. Right? Making sure we're using colors that complement each other. But also, if we're making something on Canva that you can clearly see the important text. We don't want it to blend in with the rest of the video or the rest of the ad or the flyer. So think about what's going to engage people with the visuals, right? Crafting compelling copy. That's just a word for what you're writing, right? Emotional storytelling. Picture yourself, here's an example, relaxing on a pristine beach. Picture yourself getting away from the kids to an all adults escape. Highlight unique selling points. Again, I focus allergy safe dining for your peace of mind. Benefits you can only get for booking with me. Think about those words that are going to be like, ooh, this person is reading my mind and saying they can deliver exactly what I want. Include your call to action. Book now for exclusive perks. Limited availability. Don't miss out. This price won't last. Call me now. Send me an email or a message. Whatever the call to action is. Not just call me to book, but book now for those exclusive perks. Give them a reason to say, ooh, that's the travel agent I should work with, right? We can use things like AI to help us with getting the wording. Right in ChatGPT. Some people use Gemini. I use ChatGPT. Go in there and say, write me words for my travel ad on a Virgin Voyages cruise. See what it comes up with that will compel people to interact with you. Or come up with it yourself. But we have those options if we can't think about it. When we make our ads, we want to optimize them for social media platforms. When we're talking about Facebook, we can use longer captions. We're aiming for community engagement, right? We can also do testimonials. This is the type of content that's going to work best for different types of platforms. Instagram. Instagram is absolutely a visual first approach. Short and snappy captions. I don't put a lot of words when I post on Instagram. Oftentimes what I'm doing on Instagram is a series of photos or a reel, and the words are in my reel. Lately, I've been doing things where I'm using text to speech and I'm letting the computer narrate my reel so that it's talking and there's music in the background. All right. TikTok, relatable trends, quick tips, travel hacks, short form videos, very short. And this is more of a like talking directly to your audience. Okay. So remember, whatever platform we're aiming for, we make our ads a little different based on what works best on those platforms. Okay. Now, psychological triggers you can put in those travel ads. Things that are going to make people's brains go, oh, I can't miss this or whatever. Scarcity and urgency. Limited spots available. Or book by February 1st to save. If you're doing a promotion from one of our vendors or suppliers, they usually have a date that promotion is good through. That's when you can do book by whatever date to save. Or this deal is only valid through whatever that may be. Limited spots, limited availability. Only one package left, because sometimes that is the case based on what we're finding, right? Social proofing. This is showing others who have benefited from. Join thousands of happy travelers, right? Showcase customer reviews or user-generated content. Now, this takes sometimes a little bit of time to get until you have customer reviews. But you could find customer reviews of a destination. You could find customer reviews of a specific cruise ship or a specific hotel or a city. It doesn't have to be a review of your services. It can be a review of whatever you're advertising that you've found through your own research. Okay? Personalization. Using words like tailored trips for families with unique needs. Customized itineraries. I'll sometimes put things in my call to action like, contact me today to customize this trip for your family's needs. I'm not just giving you a cookie cutter package. I have a package and here's the starting idea, but let's make this package work for you. Using words that will tell them that's what I'm going to do for you. Okay. Aspirational messaging is going to be a psychological trigger. Create memories that last a lifetime. Experience the magic of Disney with your loved ones, right? Something like we could also say, disconnect from technology and reconnect to your family. Because we know that those are things that people miss in their everyday life. And they can only experience through different experiences, right? Different settings, different places, away from everyday life. What's gonna, inspire your potential clients to say, oh, that is what I need to do, right? All right. So now we're going to talk about why we advertise what we do. So why do we advertise what we're advertising? You do want to focus on your niche or specialty expertise. If you are super new and have not picked a specialty yet, start thinking about what most interests you in the travel industry. And we have a video recorded of, choosing a specialty or niche. I usually do that training about once a month as well. But if you need help with that, talk to your mentor as well. Say, hey, I really, I don't know what to focus on. And we can help talk to you and be like, well, let's talk about your different interests. Have you ever had a trip that, was really meaningful to you? Those are things you can think about to pick your specialty, right? So for me, Disney trips, allergy safe travel, cruises, all-inclusive resorts, etc., that align with my personal strengths and my audience's needs. Maybe for someone else, it would be couples, romantic getaways, honeymoons, engagement trips, anniversary trips. Whatever your focus is or your specialty is, focus on that when you advertise. We also think about seasonal opportunities. Seasonal opportunities, holiday markets, summer getaways, New Year's, different cruise deals. When we're talking cruises, there's only certain times of the year that you can cruise to Alaska. Nobody's going on a cruise to Alaska today, right? That's not happening. Now, I will tell you, I would love to go to the Antarctica cruise, and I'm pretty sure it's cold there all the time. But what holidays are coming up that people may want to travel for, that they can maximize their PTO, the days they already get off, without using extra days, right? Not this weekend, but next weekend. I have a long weekend as a teacher. Martin Luther King Day weekend, Monday's off, right? February, President's Day is on a Monday. They have that day off. I've seen people put together calendars for the year that says how you can get so many days with only this many PTO days. And they show you how you can work around the different holidays. Those are times for marketing seasonal opportunities. 4th of July, Memorial Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, right? Spring coming up. We can talk about fall foliage and trips to New England for people to see that. Or even it's really popular in the mountains of Western North Carolina and Tennessee to see the fall foliage. Those are seasonal opportunities and travel that people can't do all the time. So when I make ads, and most of us who make ads and are successful at booking travel, we think about how far in advance is the right time to start thinking about those seasonal opportunities to plan, right? I will tell you that by June, July, I'm talking about Christmas. I oftentimes will do a hey, Christmas in July sale. Book your holiday travel now for the best prices, right? Those kinds of things. What's offered seasonally and how far in advance should we start doing that? Now, sometimes we'll do a last minute thing for those seasonal things as well. Great time right now, Valentine's Day. Who's looking for a romantic getaway for Valentine's Day? I posted something yesterday. I didn't create it. Our business development manager for MSC Cruise Lines posted about a short getaway for Valentine's Day and said, "Hey, everybody can use this wording if you'd like." I took it, I added a picture from MSC Cruise Lines. That took me no work or effort at all. It was already made for me. But Valentine's is a great thing to start advertising right now. Audience demand. What are you seeing that people are wanting? Don't forget to respond to the frequently asked questions that people have. Right? I do cruises. How to avoid seasickness on a cruise. What's included in my all-inclusive package? Or what's an extra charge on my cruise? What are some trends? Popular destinations. Costa Rica's hot. People want to go there. Right? What are some other things? And if you don't know what these are, you know who your best friend is? Google. Or one of our AIs, they will tell you the answers too. Hey, can you tell me the current trends and most popular destinations in travel right now? It's going to tell you. What are the most commonly asked questions when people travel to Disney World? Now I can get those most commonly asked questions and I can create content to answer them. Not everything I post has to be an ad about a specific trip. So that example of Disney, I could make a reel with frequently asked questions or tips and tricks about Disney World and end it with, I've seen, you've ever heard content creators say, comment below to get my free guide to Disney World vacations. I'm now collecting people's contact info so that I can email them something. Right? Or if you'd like to talk to me about your trip with young children, call me or leave a message after I've given them all the frequently asked questions and tips about that. What do people most want to know about current travel? Right? High return on investment services. Let me fix that. I missed the T. So ROI stands for return on investment. What are things that are going to get you that money back or are going to yield the highest customer satisfaction and produce the best commissions for you? Putting together trips and packages that not only your clients are going to want, but are going to be beneficial for you when you sell them and advertising them. Right? I'm not going to go and keep advertising 2-night hotel stays in 2 and 3-star hotels. Am I going to book that for my client if they contact me? Absolutely. But am I going to spend my time advertising something that's going to get me less than $100 commission? Probably not. Am I going to advertise a package that has add-ons and, you know, it has the resort, it has transportation between the airport and the resort. It has travel protection added in. It has extra excursions and activities so that I'm putting together a total package for my clients so that they're more satisfied and I make more money. And we can advertise those things. Okay. So we're going to go make some ads, but before we do that, I'm going to pause the recording and let's do some questions on that. All right. So I want to show you some resources for things that can help you with like a template for making your ads, things that you include in there. All right. First of all, if you come into our team website, all right, if you go under marketing and social media, we do have a bunch of ads, a bunch of videos here, but also if you scroll down, I do have a video about how to create travel ads that has already been posted in here, and there's a Google Doc here. If you open this Google Doc, how to create a travel ad, and I'll put the link in the chat for you. It gives you some info about what you would actually do. Now, as we just talked about all the psychology, when I do a mock booking, I'm going to think about those when I think about what am I going to advertise. All right? Because you can make a mock booking about anything, right? But use a vendor or supplier to create a mock booking. That's just a pretend booking. You're pretending you're booking a trip for somebody. You're getting a quote for someone. Get that information from the booking and use it for your ad. Now, there's a couple of different ways. We can do what we call a more traditional ad where we do written words and we post multiple pictures. And if you're doing that, there's two different templates here. Like for cruises, they're basically the same, but a couple things different. You're going to have a title. You're going to have the dates. For a cruise, you're going to say where it sails from, where it sails to. Then the next line, and this is for both packages or cruises, what's included? Port fees, taxes, gratuities, travel protection included. Then we're going to give them a price point to draw them in. Now, this is depending on when it is, depends on if there's a deposit or not, or if it's pay in full. If it's pay in full, I don't typically put the total. If it's pay in full, I don't want to say like, oh, family of four starting at $10,000. Nobody's going to contact me if I put $10,000 as a starting price. But if I put it's a 7-day cruise, I'm going to make up some numbers right now. These are not real numbers. But if I say cruises starting at $200 per person per day, they're seeing $200. Ooh, $200. If there's a deposit, I usually put the deposit per person price. Okay. Similar, this part's the same on both. Contact your name. We can change the words on the call to action. I've actually moved away from saying for your free quote because I don't want people to think I'm just giving them a quote. I want them to actually follow through and book that quote, right? I'm not a quote service. And I do put my real phone number. I don't use a Google Voice. I don't have a second phone. It's my real phone, my only cell phone, everything. I'm a licensed and bonded travel agent, and prices are always subject to change. So similar for a package, title, dates, we're going to put vague resort information. We are not going to put the name of the resort. Bottom line, whenever we're putting for info, we don't want to give them so much info that they can then go book it for themselves. And then they don't even contact us. What type of room and for how many people or family? Again, what's included? We can do the deposits per person. We can do the price per person per day, right? If it's like a killer deal, maybe we could put family of four, I did some right before Christmas. I found some Disney packages for a 5-night stay or a 7-night stay. It was under $5,000 for like after Christmas through New Year's for a family of 5 or family of 4. That's an incredible price for Disney. So I did put family of 4 price starts at, because it was an incredible price, right? So that's a little different. When we're advertising things like instant commission things where we're using our wholesale sites, I oftentimes will actually do screenshots, right, of my wholesale pricing versus the pricing on the consumer sites. So sometimes I'm showing that, but most of the time, the key takeaway here is we want to put a price point that's going to draw people in. Usually for Disney, I put secure this deal for just a $200 deposit per family, because that's what it is. Disney packages, Disneyland, Disney World, is always a $200 deposit, no matter what the trip is. And that's all they pay until about 30 days before the trip, and then it's due in full. Somebody could book right now for over a year from now for $200 for Disney, and they have all that time to pay it off. Again, same thing as the other. Contact whoever it is today for your free quote to get this deal before these rooms are gone, whatever we want to put. Phone number, using some of that psychology. All right. Now, we can also do I've been doing less of these traditional ones and more of Canvas, where I make a flyer, or I make a flyer with animated text. So it's just one page, but it's a video. Or I do make a reel. I really, really like making reels because when I post a reel, it kind of it can get shared more places than just the people who follow me. All right. When we're using hashtags and things like that. You can't tell me you've never been scrolling and you're watching all the reels and you're like, oh, I never seen that creator before. It's not someone I'm following, but they pop up based on the things you like watching, right? Now, if I'm doing a traditional with the words post on Facebook, I'm going to choose 3 to 5 pictures. Me personally, 5 is my magic number on Facebook, because when I do 5, they all show up without me having to, they don't have to click to see more. And then we're going to use our ad on our social media of choice. Many of us do use Facebook because it is an option for groups and posting in groups of people we don't know. We do recommend all agents every day, including me. I'm over 2.5 years in, joining groups every single day so that I grow my number of groups I have. 10 groups that we're going to post our ad in a day, but no more than 5 at a time, separated by many hours, right? Because if you're doing a whole bunch at once and posting and posting and posting, what happens is Facebook is like, whoa, that can't be a person. No person can move that fast and post that many things. I'm going to stop them from being able to post because they think like a bot or a spammer or something. We search for different groups, advertise travel deals, direct sales, no rules. Excuse me, yard sales, local groups. I find a lot of luck in small business support groups, people who want to buy from a small business. I also post to my business pages on Google, Facebook. LinkedIn is actually a social media. You can post on your timeline. There's also groups on LinkedIn you can find, and it doesn't have the same kind of limitations that Facebook does. You can also take a booking you made for a client and turn it into a travel ad using the same steps. If you made a quote, why not make an ad out of it if it's a great deal or a great something that's going to draw people in? We can also use attraction marketing. So this is different than a mock booking. Using travel tips, memes, reels that are those travel tips. So you're not advertising a space, but hey, when you make things with tips and those things, you're showing your value you can provide to a client. You could post polls, anything that's going to get people to interact with you. You can find those things on Google. Vax has a whole social media section. You could use your own photos and videos with a real template. You could find a meme creator, create your own meme. Okay. These are things that are going to get people to interact with you either on your page or on the pages you post on. Okay. So let's see. What should we post? Now, there are ways to, let me just show real quick. So let's say, and I did this one yesterday. All I did, I advertise a lot of Disney. I like to book Disney. I love putting those packages together for people, right? I just signed in last night. I came in and I looked at, where was it? Reservations and offers, and I went to view all offers. And I looked, hey, what are some offers they're showing right now? Now, they do have this most arrivals in these 2 date ranges, free dining plan included. That's not the one I chose. I could have chosen that. I kept scrolling down though, and I saw not Disneyland. I don't know Disneyland as much, but I saw this one. So I clicked for details. Now here's what I did. I looked at what it was, so I knew it's May to September. It's all the resorts on property. It's anywhere from 15 to 30% off the room. So all I did, I literally took this. I can use these pictures that are on the Disney Travel Agent site. I saved this picture. I copied this title. And that was my ad. All right. All I did. Especially if you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to post. I'm going to do it wrong. I didn't even put a call to action, nothing. There's the picture. And I put save up to, I copied right there, save up to 30% on rooms at select Disney World resorts, hotels when you stay 5 nights or longer. And then what I did, I'm in here as me as opposed to my business page. And I clicked share to groups. And I've been sharing this to groups, 5 in the morning, 5 in the evening. These are groups I'm already a member of. I can come in here and I post things like, I don't know, travel deals. I've already done no rules and I've done sell anything. Okay. These are groups I'm a member of. It's bringing them back to my page. I just post it. That's a super easy way to make something that'll draw people into you. Now, is it a true travel ad? Probably not, but quick and easy to do. Now, if we're going the mock booking route, I'm going to go to Vax. As I said, people are looking for spring break right now. We could also advertise Valentine's getaway. So, just for fun, let's do a Valentine's trip for 2 adults. Maybe we'll do like an extended weekend. Maybe they leave the 12th and they come back on Monday. So 5 nights. I'm going to leave it at Boston because that's where I am, and flights are typically less expensive from the East Coast to Europe than from other places. New York might have been a better choice, but Boston's good for international as well. You can do it, Vax. Go, go. This means it's finding amazing things for me. That's what I tell myself every time. Vax can be slow, especially when you're on a Zoom. It's really the bottom line. Come on. Oh, I thought it was about to go. Let me turn off my camera. That might make a difference. Go, Vax, go. Are you not going to be helpful to me right now? All right, hold on. Because if I'm going to do Vax, if I'm going to do Europe, I should probably do travel impressions. Might be just Vax right now. Don't worry, I have a backup plan if this is the problem. It looks like it might be, so go to room res, Paris, France, not Texas, the 12th to the 17th, two adults, one room. Doesn't want me to show you anything this evening, apparently. There we go. All right. Now I can, ooh, look at that difference in price. I can, maybe they want to be near the Eiffel Tower. That seems romantic, right? All right. Yeah, we're not going to advertise 1400 a night. All right. Let's check this one out. Mhm. Oh, it is right near like the tour for the Eiffel. All right, let's see. 5 minute walk of these museums. zero point 0.7 miles from the Arc de Triomphe. So it has a good location. For anything, it has a great price. All right, so let's do this. I do typically check things to make sure I know what the rooms are. But I mean, a standard room is a standard room. Um, I am gonna upgrade it to the refundable. I don't feel that they need $200 worth of breakfast. That seems very high. All right. So the total price of the room is this. What I'm gonna do, I'm also gonna look flights, but let me look this room up, this hotel up. I always, whether it's an ad or something I'm putting together for a client, I do look up the hotels specifically to make sure I know what I'm advertising, know what I'm putting out there for my client. All right. Thank you for being in English. I appreciate that. All right. In the heart of Paris. Oh, look, that is a good location. Look at that. All right. They do have a bed and breakfast offer. Where's the rooms? Rooms. So I didn't choose a single room. Classic room, two people, one double or two single beds. This is common in Europe. So those are their own, that's all it's showing as options. So there's a whole bunch of, oh wait, or a junior suite. Oh, let's see if that junior suite was on room res. Let's go back. I mean, the price is jumping when we get to something like that. So, um, we will stick with, we don't want a twin room, that's for sure. Wonder what the prestige room is. Let's see. Because that was not on the website. Oh, that does look like it's a multi-room suite. They don't need multi-rooms because it's only two people. It's the one thing I don't love about some of our vendors that we don't see the details and then the names don't match. But we're just doing an ad, so it's not a huge deal because we're gonna say starting from anyway, right? So 1,044. Let me go to Google Flights just to see what I can find for flights. Now, because it's probably gonna be overnight, I'm actually gonna have them go the day before. Two adults, search. So see how this is. They leave at night and they get in at 9:30 in the morning the next day. So, and that's common, very common for Europe. And then I'm just gonna go with these the cheapest non-stop flights because the timing's not horrible either. People will change flights. It'll be one of the first things they change. I am gonna look at the main cabin cost instead. So we've got 14, 1439 for flights plus why didn't you go? 1044 under $2,500 for their stay in Paris for a romantic getaway, right? So we can make an ad from this. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this picture of the room. I'm going to go to, where was the hotel page? Should have kept it open. It's okay. The hotel. Oh, gallery. Let's go to gallery. Because it had a nice picture of outside, I thought. Or it did. Like the neighborhood. Like, look at that picture. Who wouldn't want to stay there? Because remember, we're trying to get visually appealing pictures. That makes me think of like romantic getaway. All right, now I'm gonna do Eiffel. I can spell. Tower, images. Do I want a nighttime picture or a daytime picture? Oh, that's nice with that, but I think I want. And I do. I just take things from online. I'm not that worried about some of this at night. Let's do that. Now I'm not going to take ones that are professional ones people are trying to sell, but this is somebody's picture on Pinterest. Save picture. Paris. Let's see what else we have. Couple of pictures. Hmm. Thinking maybe one more. Maybe like this picture of the whole city, right? So now I'm going to go to my Facebook. I'm not going to do like a Canva because we're kind of running out of time. But I go to my Facebook business page and I use some of that engaging language. So you ready? I'm going to use ChatGPT. Give me wording for a romantic Valentine's Day getaway to Paris. Now, this is giving me way more than I need, but just right here. Escape to the city of love this Valentine's Day and create unforgettable memories with your special someone. Imagine, remember it said picture yourself strolling down hand in hand along the Seine, indulging in decadent pastries at charming and enjoying breathtaking views of the Eiffel Tower lit up at night. There's my emotional connection going right into the psychology. We're starting with that. Nonstop flights from Boston to Paris. And let's say how many stars this hotel is. 4 star. So we have one, two, three, four, five, 5 night stay. And a 5 night stay at a 5 star hotel in the heart of the city. Starting at just, now this is going to need to be paid in full because it's very soon and flights are always paid in full. Oh, 4 star, you're right. I'm going to say, I'm going to round it up. $1,250 per person. I'll say 1242. We'll do what it really is. $1,242 per person. You're right, it was a 4 star. I wanted it to be a 5 star. There's my call to action part of it. I'm going to put my phone number. This deal won't last, so contact me today to plan your trip. Now I'm going to take those pictures. Let me open up my other side. Where'd they go? Why didn't they all save? Oh, they're up here. I downloaded them. All right. One, two. I think the picture of the room came as a web page, so it might not work. Three. Oh, it did. Four. I thought I took five. Oh, where's that one of the balcony? That's what I wanted. That's not it. Hmm. Did I not save that one? I guess I didn't. Let me go back to the page. Because that one is, I really like that picture. Gallery. Oh, I know where it is. It's because I did a screenshot. I didn't download it. Found it. All right. As I said, I like to do 5 pictures because they all show up. And then I can post it. This will let you add a call now button. You can do it. You don't have to do it. There's my number. It just puts it at the bottom. So now here's my ad. All the pictures show. All the words show. Maybe I should add some emojis to make it stand out a little bit more. All right, and a little space for sure. All right. Let's do my little hearts. I'm gonna put a little airplane. And I'm gonna put, I like to put a little phone because I'm asking them to contact me. That just makes it like a little broken up and stand out more. Some people don't like emojis. They don't want to do them. I choose to do them. I'm gonna put that in the chat for you. It kind of did that all together and didn't space it out, but at least you have the words. And let me give you all those pictures. For some reason that one didn't really show up great, but that's this one from the hotel. Let me give it to you better. Have it. On. All right. So, do you see how we kind of applied those things? Right now, people are looking for Valentine's Day getaways. We're going into the pulling at the emotional heartstrings, right? I do also book couples. Even though I'm not a huge Europe booker, I have booked Europe. I book couples. So it does go along with my brand and my niche. I have what's included. I have my call to action. All right. So we're using all of those thoughts to why do we make what we make? And then that final piece, we can do this in 2 ways, but either way, I have to be myself, not my business page. I'm going to go back to my business page. And now I can copy. I can do this 2 ways. I can copy this and go straight into a group. And I can post. Now, when I'm not on my page, I usually put my name. And now I can come in and take all my pictures again. Once I've made the ad, all I'm doing is copying and pasting it into those 5 groups. I can do it directly like this, or I could share from my business page like I showed you with that Disney ad. I'm going to do 5 groups. I already posted in 5 groups this morning a different ad. Right? So that makes sense to everybody. All right, let me